people used to tell me, because I used to do my homework. So people used to tell me in San Jose, I used to live in LA, or whatever. They're like, LA is no joke. They said, make sure you have a job. So my thing is, I had a job. That was half the battle.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay. And then my radiator busted, and then I need, and then I need to get that fixed. But then I'm like, okay, just give me a few more months, and then I'll get my apartment. So that's why I had my eye on the prize. I knew in my head, I'm like, this is temporary. Everyone who moves to LA, this is what happens to them. So I said, but at least you're blessed. I had food. I remember they used to give out free cookies where I used to work at the end. They were freshly baked cookies. It's complimentary for everybody. So I was leaving, and some of the porters would be like, "Oh, you want
in your pocket, right? In your purse and everything, right? I would be doing that, shoot."
Well, because I didn't have a kitchen. This motel didn't have a kitchen, so I was having takeout, McDonald's. And I like to cook. That's another thing. I love to cook. So it was cool for a minute because it's different kind of foods and Asian food, and I love that. I love sushi. But after a while, it gets boring. But yeah, you're there in a hotel, so that's why I took some cookies. I had my little Ziploc bags, and then I had an ice box in my hotel with some ice, and I had some cold cuts because I'm not gonna starve. You have to be.
Wait, you know what? I can see you. I've watched some of your YouTube videos, so I know you're hilarious. I know you're a real funny. You're a clown, right? So I can see you like, all dainty, like putting it all in your purse, right? Like making the whole thing of it, right? I can see that. Oh my gosh, so funny.
I'm gonna eat.
You have to eat, right? So let me ask you. So I know somewhat of your story because we talk offline and whatnot, but. So what I would like for you to do is share with us like that moment when you won that award. Tell us about that competition you were in, and then you would I'm not gonna say the name of it, but that's for you to say, right? Yeah. So let's hear that.
IMTA, International Model Talent Association, and I went with a group of us with our talent managers, Steve and Lori Cozart. SLC Talent Factory taught me everything there is, and it was grueling. It was a hosting category. There was a sitcom category, there was a modeling category, there was an acting category, and there was a monologue category. That's what my thing was. So it was grueling. We studied with them every Wednesday for a few months, and we were going to be down in LA from San Jose, from LA for a week. So again, I knew I wanted to move down to LA. So actually, I didn't go with the group. I drove. Here we go again. I drove to Los Angeles, and then I was at a hotel in Koreatown. But that was okay. That was nice. It was a hotel. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. It was a hotel in Koreatown. It wasn't too far away from the hotel where this competition was, and it was grueling. We were there 8 o'clock in the morning to about 6 o'clock doing the competitions, and there was a lot of speeches and networking and little things you want to write down. So it was wonderful. And then it turns out that I placed, so I got a nice medal. I have to get something to put my medals in. I placed each category. So that was the hosting category, on air TV hosting category.
The
monologue category, the TV sitcom category, the acting category. I placed in each category. There was 2 awards night. I was, I have to say, I went in for doing what I do and having fun and being the character or whatever I was doing. But I ended up getting a few awards. And then the next night I got Actor of the Year. So.
Oh man, that's huge. Hold on a second. That is huge. And what I really love about it is the fact that you were just being you. You're not trying to put on airs and be all Hollywood or bougie. It's I'm just doing me. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just had to jump in. That is freaking fantastic. Congratulations. Yeah, that's what's up.
And that's what you have to do. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, even if you're not in entertainment, you want the job, basically. And I understand that you want the job, but you have to go in and say, I'm gonna put forward my best attributes. I
Right.
studied or I rehearsed for this role. You know, you walk
Right.
in and you start becoming the role, and then you
Mm-hmm.
really just, you know, give it to them. So, you know, and then actually I had a little scare because I lost my headshots like the second day.
Oh.
So I
What
had
do you
to
mean?
have
What do you mean you lost them? What happened to them? How'd
well,
you lose them?
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't lose them. They were in my
Uh-huh.
apartment in San Jose, the headshots with the resume on the back.
Uh-huh.
So I had to have them pony expressed to the hotel. But guess what? I think it was FedEx. They're very
Mm.
quick. They were Pony Express to the hotel, and I gave them to my talent managers. So I had my
Uh-huh.
little scare. That was my one little. You have to have a scare, right? You have to have a scare.
Okay, okay.
You know, sometimes that's just
Before you
gonna
win it.
happen. Because it was for 5 days. So this happened like on the first day I caught wind of it, but I didn't need the headshots until like maybe Wednesday. Woo! So
Mm.
that was perfect. But but yeah, I just had so much fun, and that's why, you know, it made me so pumped to move to LA. And then I stayed one more week in Los
Mm.
Angeles. They went home, but I stayed one more week so I could kind of get acquainted to
Mm.
LA, but it was more to look for a job. That's why I
So,
stayed.
so let me ask you this. So, because I'm as you're talking, I'm picking up different things. So one of the things that I picked up just now from you saying without saying it is it's really the power of a vision. Like you had a vision of what you wanted to do. So it's kind of like they say, don't go into the grocery store when you're hungry without a shopping list, right? Because you'll be all over the place. So it's like, boom, you came to LA, you had a purpose, you had a vision, and because of that, you didn't go with everybody else. It's like, no, I've got my own plans. I'm gonna come here myself. And then after everything broke, it's like, I'm gonna stay a little bit longer and kind of feel out the place, right? So do you think that that had something to do with your success? Because and even that win, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about this moment, this win, that you had a focus, you had a vision, and you never gave up on it.
Yes, it really did help. It really helped. And you know, even going back, I had a
Mm.
modeling agency back in the day. And I don't know, it's just, I always knew I wanted to come to LA, but I knew it had to be the right time.
Right. Time is
So this
everything.
was so a lot of, you know, just knowing I need to come to LA, but it had to be the
Mm-hmm.
right time. So then I transitioned a little bit after my modeling agency to a San Francisco agency. And again, that's when I met the right talent managers that not
Mm.
only they just gave me pearls of wisdom for the entertainment industry, but for anything, great business advice. And then
Right.
when I got with them, I said, okay, now it's time. And I got a little bit older. And then I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, you know, so that's why, yes, it was great. It was really good for me to spend one more week because during the
Mm.
competition, I was just at the hotel. So we were busy. But for
Got
that
it.
extra week, I got a chance to,
Mm.
though I was in Hollywood mainly because
Yeah.
that's where you go, Hollywood.
That's where you go. Right, right.
That's all you know. Like, okay, Hollywood. But that got me kind of acquainted. I got to see a few places, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And see, this is so cool because it doesn't matter who comes on this show. Invariably, everybody is the story is different, right? But at some point, everyone's going to touch base on the same concept, and that is your mindset matters most, right? So if if you didn't have the right mindset, you'd have been out of there. You know what I'm saying? First time they started taking the doorknob off, you'd be like, yeah, I'm out of here. Police,
Yeah.
hey girl, you know, they holler, hey girl, they hollering at you. It's like, yeah, I'm up out of here. The transaction, I'm gone, right? But you stayed the course because you had the right mindset. And what you kept telling yourself is like, hey, this is just temporary. This is not going to last. It's just see, it's that right there. If you have the right mindset, then you have the right conversation with yourself. Everyone's always looking for somebody to pump them up. I used to be that dude, looking for somebody to pump me up. But at some point, you learn you need to pump yourself up. You need to celebrate yourself, have your own little party, and that's what gets you through. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. It's like you had the faith in God, you had the family support, but the other key to the success that I'm hearing is it was your mindset and it was the communication that you have with yourself, right? Very powerful, very powerful. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Did I cut you off? Was you gonna say something? You like there's a lag here for a little bit.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is I mean, we're gonna go now to drop some gems. Okay, we're gonna drop some success gems, some strategies. So what is one or two strategies that you would like to share with people? That, and they could be a man, they could be a woman, they could be in your industry or not, whatever. What would you share?
Yes, you know, I was talking about my talent managers, and they gave me great advice. And one thing is to always be prepared. And this goes for any type of business, just like, for instance, you know, being an actress, model, singer, it probably works around. Always, like they taught me, always have your headshot with your resume on the back. Always have a few copies in your car, manila envelopes, because you never know who you're going to run into. And also with business cards, you know, they don't have to be fancy, smancy. You get them from Kinko's, they're very affordable. Always have some business cards on you, you know, because you never know who you're going to meet. And then it even went further as to if you are a actress, model, and let's say your agent calls you, well, have a little bit of clothes, you know, your all-purpose audition V-neck shirt, some pants, some flats in the back seat of your car. So if they call you, you're like, okay, let me, you know, you could put that on, and it's already in your car, because in LA you don't have time to always go back home. Snacks in your car. So they always told you, sometimes when you see very famous actors, they said, it's not always older talent. It's because they were prepared. And also for the audition, you know, they were prepared. Or maybe they came in and the director said, okay, you know what? Can you actually read this role? You hear that a lot, where they come in and the director say, you know what? Instead, can you go out for a few minutes, you know, come back in. We want you to read for this role. Well, sometimes that might freak people out and they're like, oh my goodness. But if you can just go in with the mindset of like, you know what? Because this happened to me too. When you go on set, sometimes they might add to the script, take away the script. So if your mindset is really on, these are my lines and they're not going to change, and then it changes, and you can adapt to that, it really throws you off.
Right.
Yeah, so that's another way of being prepared. Just like, and then that could be anything, even a business meeting or a business interview. If something's a little thrown off, or they give you something different, you know, don't freak out. Just as like, okay, well, it has nothing to do with you. They just might be giving you something different because they see the qualities in you, and they want to see what you can do with it, you know. And they want to, and sometimes they just want to play and have fun. So basically being prepared.
That's huge. So in the Navy, the way we did it, a lot of people know I was a master training specialist in the Navy. I did a lot of stuff. That was one of my hats. But one of the tenets of learning, the Navy laws of learning, was they called it the law of preparation. So it's almost like a Murphy's Law type of thing. It's like literally like you always be prepared. So if your class is tomorrow, you need to spend X amount of hours in your class when it's empty, prepping, you're at the podium, you're talking. It's like you have to be ready. And then honestly, the times when I did not do that, because I was like, that's ridiculous. I got this. And there would always be a curveball. And it's like, you're standing in front of the students kind of embarrassed, right? Then I learned, okay, you know what? I will be ready. I'm ready. So that's what I hear you saying. It's like, you have to be ready. Be prepared and be ready. Okay, so we're coming to a close now, right? So let's talk about, well, actually, before I say where we can find you, I want to say this, right? Maybe a lot of you don't know, but I say Shai's one of her superpowers, because she has many. She makes amazing video content. So I know so many entrepreneurs on LinkedIn. I did international coaching last year, internationals. I know people all over the world. And one of the things that I can honestly say to you, Shai, and to, you know, my friends out there in the business community is, how many times did we need a video? How many times did we would look at somebody else's video and say, whoa, that was nice. I mean, my brother Rob is on here, or at least he was on here. I see somebody, I don't know if Rob is still here, but Rob even made a comment earlier when he saw one of the videos you made. He is like, Man, now that's how you give a shout out, right? That's like, it's the video. It basically takes it, even if you're killing the game, if you don't have a quality video, boom, you know what I'm saying? You kind of stuck there, right? The video makes the difference. You need somebody. And Shai, I know one of the things that you communicated to me very well is that, you know, basically you teach people kind of how to be like their own, how'd you word it? Like their own
multimedia company. You can be your own and do it yourself.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. So this is, you need to connect with Shai, right? Shai can help you with that. It ain't gonna be for free. Come on now, right? It's not gonna be for free. But listen, you can connect with Shai. Shai can turn your things around very quickly, right? She can give you a quality video at a very affordable rate, and you will just be, your mind's gonna be blown. I'm telling you. Okay, so on that note, where can we find you, Shai?
You can find me on YouTube at It's Shai, but she's not that shy. My name is spelled Shai. You can also find me on Instagram at It's Shai, but she's not that shy. You can find me on LinkedIn at Shai Lachelle Wilson Crumpler. And then you can also find me on Facebook at the official Shai Wilson.
Wow. Okay, that's fantastic. You got the whole gamut there, right? So that's what we want, right? That's what we want. So please reach out to Shai. She's an amazing person. She's an amazing woman. She's an amazing human being. So talented, so rich. And you can see, Shai, honestly, like, you're glowing. Like, it's the life that you have on the inside of you, right? So if I didn't know you, I would be like, yeah, that woman knows God. That woman has joy. That's a happy woman. That's a loving woman. That is somebody that I would like to be friends with, right? And, you know, people want to do business with people that they like. So I just want to say, you know, kudos to you, because it doesn't, even if you're a naturally bubbly person, you have to do the mental work to keep your mind right and to keep your light bright, so to speak, right? So thank you for that. And thank you for being amazing and being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you now before we end, can we get you back on the show? Can we expect to have you back on the show?
I would love to. Just let me know. I'm going to clear my calendars just for you.
Okay, I love it. That is what's up. Okay, so thank you so much. So again, mindset matters most. I appreciate everybody that came out today and supported the show, whether it was live or on the replay. Reach out to Shai. She's amazing. And remember, your mindset matters most, right? You change your mindset, you change your money. You change your mindset, you change your money. You change your mindset, you change your money. Okay, that's it. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed.